So finding a nice, comfortable seat, relax your shoulders down, lengthen your spine. If you can, find a furry creature to sit beside you as you get centered. And just start to take some nice steady breaths in and out. Relax your shoulders. Level your chin to the floor so you feel the back of your neck lengthen. Draw your belly in slightly. Lean back just a touch. Bring a gentle smile onto the face. Broaden your eyelids and your brow. And just nice, slow, deep breaths in. And really focus on the exhale. By getting all the air out, we allow the lower lungs to empty so that we can bring in fresh oxygen to the lower lungs, which is where the receptors are for the parasympathetic nervous system, which keeps us calm. So by breathing deeply, we calm the body and oxygenate it at the same time. So it's perfect combination. As you're ready, go ahead and just roll the shoulders, roll the head in one direction and then in the other direction. And now you roll the shoulders. And let's roll our wrists. Both directions. And then just do a nice little finger stretch, one back at a time. And then maybe palm down towards you, actually, grabbing a hold of the outer hand like this, and then flip it, pull it back this way, or you can do it this way, whichever works for you, to stretch the wrist and the forearm. And then switch, other arm. Flip it. And then just shake those hands out. Let's give ourselves just a little tiny bit of a shoulder squeeze. So take your hands together and then just squeeze shoulders, neck. And then let's go ahead and come to hands and knees. Fingers wide. Tabletop position. Go ahead and round the spine. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. That's your exhale. Inhale, reverse that. Tailbone, chest, and chin. Lift and extend. And then exhale, round. Inhale. Reach, extend. Exhale, round. Turn those toes under and take it up and back to downward facing dog. Let your head hang. Even move it around in some circles just to make sure you're not holding any tension in there. And then pedal it out. Full breath in. Turn your triceps down towards the floor, separating your shoulder blades. Pressing through the outer hands as you do so, and then through the mounds of the thumb. And now press through the outer feet. And then balance that out a little bit in the inner feet. Beautiful. Full breath in. Exhale. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet till you find yourself in a nice standing forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit, grab your elbows, and sway side to side. Turn your tailbone up. And then release your arms down and inhale, float those arms all the way out and up. And then take your hands into your heart. Weights in your heels. Chest is lifted, shoulders are down. And your belly is in. Long spine. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward once again. Inhale, lift your chest and chin. Take a little back bend. And then exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms all the way out and up. Let's take a side bend here. Clasp your hands, steeple your fingers. Squeeze your arms in close to your ears. And now cross your right foot in front of the left and take your arms up and over. Taking a nice little side bend, pressing out through your hips. Arms back, belly in, weight more into your heels. And then on your next inhale, come to center. Uncross, exhale. Inhale, squeeze those arms in once again. Belly in, weight in your heels, cross the other foot and take it up and over. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Arms back. Hips to the side. And then inhale, come all the way up. Uncross your feet and exhale, fold forward. Weight forward out of your heels. Lift the chest. And then exhale, fold it back in. Inhale, come all the way up. One more time, the side bend. Clasp the hands, steeple the fingers, right foot and cross, arms up and over to your right, hips to the left. And then inhale up, uncross, recross, up and over. And take it back up. Uncross, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Let's take your feet back to a plank. And let's drop your right knee and then open the body to the left. Go ahead and lift that left leg, pressing into the top of that foot. If that foot needs to come further back behind you like a kickstand, you can do that. Try and lift this leg so it is hip height. And then if you like, reach the arm overhead. Palm faces down. Keep the belly in, the hips forward. Flex that foot. And then take the arm up and come back to tabletop. And here's a little something. So we're going to lift that leg up again. And now you're going to reach the right arm forward. And you're going to reach back. If you can, grab the top of that foot and kick. If that's not available to you, just take this nice long full body stretch. If you've got the foot, open your chest towards the front, kick the foot, and then slowly inhale, reach, exhale, everything back to the floor. Turn your toes under, up and back, down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Look forward at the hands. Step your feet forward. Take them a little wider. Grab your opposite elbows and sway side to side. Weight forward out of your heels. And then relax your arms down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, back up. Hands to your heart, weight in your heels. That's your exhale. And then inhale, take your arms up again. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back to a plank again. And then this time, drop your left heel. Open your body to the right. Lift your right leg. Try and get it hip height. Flex that foot. Belly in, heel back. And then if you want, reach the arm overhead. Palm towards the floor. Thumb back. Lift that leg. Reach, reach, reach. Open your chest. Beautiful. And then you can drop the leg, arm up, come back to center. Keep that same leg up as you reach the left arm forward. And then you reach back and maybe find the top of the foot. If that doesn't work for you, just keep the arm and leg extended. Open your chest. Kick the foot into the hand. And then on your next inhale, reach the arm forward. Plant both hands. Turn those toes and take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Beautiful. Hang forward. Grab your elbows. Sway side to side. And reverse swan dive. Back up to standing. Weight in your heels. Hands to your heart. Close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale those arms forward and up. Clasp your hands, squeeze them in towards your ears, and then you're going to come to the back of your mat, and then step your right foot forward. You're on your back toes now, and then you're going to drop that back heel to the floor and flatten with a nice flat back. Reach forward until you're parallel to the floor. You can always spin that left foot out a little bit. So it's like at a 45-degree angle rather than straight. Press into both feet, down and away into those feet, flat back. Squeeze the arms in towards the ears. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Press them back. Inhale, take them back up. And then exhale, you're going to take both hands to the floor as you bend that front knee and just lift that back leg up. So you're on your fingertips. You may look like this. You may even come forward more, folding towards that leg and lifting the other leg up higher. And then we're going to cross the feet. Cross, left ankle, back behind right, fold it in. Relax your belly and your hips. Let the body hang forward as you lift the tailbone up and breathe. And then when you're ready, reach that left leg up again and just place it right next to the right foot. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close the eyes, breathe in and back out. Come to the back of your mat. Take your arms up again. Clasp your hands, steeple the fingers, squeeze them in towards the ears, and then lift your left foot, place it on the floor, and then actually, I keep thinking I'm going to do a different pose. We're going to keep that right foot grounded, and then just come forward with a flat back, pressing into both feet. Turn your tailbone back, squeeze your arms in towards your ears. Steady breaths in and out. And next inhale, come up. Exhale, goal post the arms, press them back. Inhale, both arms float up. Exhale, hands come to the floor, let that right leg lift up. Fold towards that left straight leg if you like. Breathing. And then when you're ready, cross that right foot behind the left. Fold forward. Keep your weight forward in the feet a little bit. Turn your tailbone up. Relax. And then we'll uncross those feet. Actually, we should have lifted up first. And then place the foot back down. Reverse swan dive up to standing. Clasp your hands and do this. So you're steepling the fingers once again. And then bend them, taking the wrists back behind the head. Open your chest up. Weight in your heels. Beautiful. And then reach up once again with those fingers. And then exhale, release, swan dive back down to the floor. Make your way up to the top of your mat if you're not already there. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back to a plank once again. And just come forward and back a few times here. And then come forward, so you're on the tiptoes, shoulders are past your wrists. Drop your knees straight down, flip your feet, and now just drop your hips. So now you're in upward dog. The key here is to have your shoulders forward of the wrists a tiny bit. That creates length in the spine rather than compression. So if there's one thing you want to take away from today's class, it's that. This is the correct upward dog, not with your hands forward and compressing. Okay, so you want to feel kind of like you're pulling rather than pressing. And lift your belly. Exhale, take it back to child's pose. Rock your hips side to side. And then come forward once again. We're going to take the knees together this time. And we're going to extend that left leg out once again. Nice flat back. Make sure your wrists are underneath the shoulders. And now go ahead, try and keep your knee where it is and your foot where it is, working with balance a little bit this time. So opening up to your left, pressing into a nice, strong, straight, grounded arm. Press into this left foot. Keep it flat on the floor. Then take your hand back behind your head. Open your chest towards the ceiling a little bit. Press your hips forward. Steady inhales and exhales. Lift your hips up a little bit as you press down into that right hand. And then if you want to work with balance, one last bit, lifting that leg. This is tricky. If you fall out, that's just fine. Reach the arm up. And last thing, maybe grab the top of the foot. If you need to kick this right foot back behind you for more stability, go right ahead. Opening the chest, a little back bend here. And then release. Arm and leg, come back to the floor. Do all of that on the other side. Okay, so now the weight's coming into the left leg. Extend your right. Keep your left foot where it is. Drop that right heel and open the body to the right. Press your hips forward. Breathing. Hand back behind your head. Press your head into the hand as you open your chest. Lift the elbow towards the ceiling. And then as you're ready, lift that top leg. Working with balance, reach the top arm up and maybe grab the top of foot. Adjust your left foot if you need to. Open your chest. Breathing. And then come back to center. Release it all. Come back to hands and knees to downward dog. Shake out the head. Long fingers. When you're ready, drop your heels or drop your knees down to the floor. Rest back sitting on your heels. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Let's do a couple of forward folds here. So feel free to grab a blanket if you have tight hips, which who doesn't, right? And then you'll just take both legs forward, drop their shoulders back and down. And let's take that left foot in, left knee out to the side, and float the arms up. Flex through your right heel. And then as you're ready, come forward. Your hands may come nowhere near the foot, and they can just lay wherever they land on the leg. Or if they grab the foot, then great. Feel a lengthening in the chest, elbows and shoulders down towards the floor. Relax your left knee towards the floor, and then just find your edge and eventually tuck your chin, round the head forward and breathe. One more inhale, lift up just a couple inches, reach out through your chest a little bit more. Exhale, fold it in again. And then slowly walk your hands back in. Extend your left leg forward this time. Right leg out to the side. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, reach, 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 reach. Relax your right knee. Turn your tailbone back a little bit. Drop your elbows and your shoulders. And then eventually just let your head fall towards the floor. Steady breaths in and out. Inhale, lift up a couple inches. Lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, fold. And then slowly walk your hands back in. Extend both legs. Rock your feet side to side. Open your chest here. Take a little back bend, press into those arms. And then almost last pose. Just take the soles of the feet together. Sit up tall. And then just fold forward, grabbing a hold of the ankles, the shins, or the feet. Some of you, if you want to try something a little different, you could slide your hands, your arms underneath the legs through those little open triangles and come forward that way. Give it a shot. Never know till you try. And then slowly inhale, lift. Take your knees back together. Now just let the knees rock side to side. And then for the final pose, you can either just sit in a nice little seated integration meditation pose, or you can lie on your back in Shavasana. Either way, let your body relax and just do your best to get out of the way mentally and let energy flow through the body and settle. Allow the breath to flow smoothly, consistently. Just take 3 more breaths, whichever posture you're in. If you're lying on your back, start to bend your knees and just let them rock from side to side. If you're seated, just take some nice seated cat-cows, I call them. And if you're on your back, knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. If you're seated, take a couple little twists. And then eventually just end up in a seated posture, shoulders down. And taking your hands on top of one another at the heart or in prayer. And just take a moment to tune into the effects of your practice, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Hopefully, there's a sense of kind of evenness between those three. And then finding a little gratitude for anything that comes to mind here, just cultivating a positive emotion in the body. You can either listen or join me in one sound of Om. Exhaling, inhaling. And then thumbs to the third eye, bowing forward. Namaste.